What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, we've been keeping up this story a little bit about the two Minnesota lawmakers that were killed, in addition to the husband of one of these lawmakers up here. And 4 people were supposedly shot, 2 survived. Police are currently looking for this dude who's been identified yesterday, because this happened they're saying around 2 something in the morning, yesterday morning, which was Saturday morning. This guy right here, Vance L. Bolter, a 57-year-old dude that decided to do this crime. They're still looking for him. They didn't found a hat of his or a car. I'm gonna be honest with you with this whole thing. I question the IQ of people that do this type of shit. I honestly do. You know, like I was looking at, the King's Day protest they had yesterday, and some of the people dressed up in costume, and one dude was dressed like Santa Claus. And man, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of people out here that just follow the herd. They're a lot of sheepish people. And I'm being honest with you, man. I mean, stuff like this, he's a anti-abortion person and real extreme, 57 years old, has a wife now. She's caught up in this mess. I don't understand it. But I want to show you a timeline of how this whole thing came about and the latest news that they have on this. I want to ask you, the viewer, how long do you think it's going to be before this guy is brought into custody? The way they're searching for this guy extensively. I say by Tuesday. Now that's what? 2 days from now. So I say 3 days and then he's caught. So I say Tuesday. What do you say? Leave it in the comment section. I want to hear from you. But a couple of things before I show you these videos, right? First thing is this. Did you see that mask he had on? It was a porch light on. I wonder if them people even looked out the window or the peephole or whatever and saw that mask on his face before they even opened the door. They just opened the door. Is the neighborhood that safe? Then the guy got into a shootout and then ran out the back. He got away. Things happen. I understand that. But I think, honestly, this guy is getting help. I think this guy is getting help. At 57 years old, being married, having a house and all this other stuff, there had to be some type of assurance that you would get away with this before you went out and radically did it, even though it's as stupid as can be. I wonder if his wife even knew. I'm going to be honest with you, this whole thing right here is strange that somebody would do that, but like you're starting to see now people with these ideologies in their head and then acting upon it, feeling though they have a right to do what they do, taking people's lives and stuff like that. It's crazy. But anyway, take a look at what they got so far. Hopefully some more information come out and we'll cover it today. This is the latest news of what they have so far, in addition to the timeline of events that led us up to this point of me making this video. Check it out.
Then 32 hours and counting now since the tragedy unfolded for 2 Minnesota lawmakers and their families. We continue to follow the latest of what Governor Tim Walz has called from the very start a politically motivated assassination of Speaker Emeritus Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, along with the attempted assassination of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Here's a timeline of how this first day yesterday unfolded. It all started around 2 o'clock Saturday morning when a 911 call was made in Champlin. Police responded to Senator John Hoffman's home and found he and his wife Yvette had been shot. Both were rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery. Then about an hour and a half later, Brooklyn Park Police proactively went to check on Representative Melissa Hortman's home. There they found a man dressed as an officer with a fake police vehicle. The suspect shot at officers and ran away. By 5:30 a.m., a shelter-in-place alert was sent out by Brooklyn Park Police telling anyone within a 3-mile radius of the Edinburgh Golf Course to stay in their homes. At about 6 o'clock Saturday morning, the suspect stopped by a home near 49th and Fremont in Minneapolis, where residents say he rented a room. Security cameras capturing new images of the suspect dressed in casual clothing with a cowboy hat.
We're here today because an unspeakable tragedy has unfolded in Minnesota.
At 9:45, Governor Tim Walz announced that Representative Hortman and her husband Mark were both killed in what he's calling a politically motivated assassination. At 11 o'clock, authorities and the governor urging people to not attend any scheduled rallies until after the suspect is in custody. An hour and a half later, officials in Champlin said there was no current threat to the public. Then by 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon, the Associated Press identified the suspect as 57-year-old Vance Luther Belter. The scene at the Hoffman's home in Champlin was cleared by 1:30. Around 1:45, the Minneapolis home where Belter rented a room was searched by investigators. Then by 3 p.m., authorities confirmed Belter as a suspect in the case and asked for the public's help in locating him. At 3:20, nearly 12 hours after officers first encountered Belter, Brooklyn Park authorities lifted the shelter-in-place order, believing he is out of that immediate area around the Hortman home. At 3:50, the Hennepin County Medical Examiner confirms both Melissa and Mark Hortman died of multiple gunshot wounds. It was around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon the FBI announced a $50,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Belter. By 9 p.m. Saturday night, family members confirm Yvette Hoffman is awake and alert.
Good morning. We are bringing you breaking news in the manhunt for 57-year-old Vance Belter. He's the man suspected of shooting 2 Minnesota lawmakers, killing one of them and her husband. Right now, there's a large police presence on Highway 25 in Sibley County, where our crew on the ground says they believe authorities have found the cowboy hat the suspect was last seen wearing. Belter has not been arrested, but we are working to learn more about his wife potentially getting detained in the Onamia area. We'll have more on that in just a moment. But as for that scene where authorities say they found Belter's hat, here's a map showing where that is. It's on Highway 25, about halfway between Green Isle and Belle Plaine. Green Isle is where the 57-year-old suspect reportedly owns a home. Joe McCoy is live at this new scene developing right now. Joe, what can you tell us about what you're seeing out there?
Well, Raya, truly a stunning development in the manhunt for 57-year-old Vance Belter. We are on Highway 25 in between Green Isle and Belle Plaine, and I want to get right to this video that we shot on scene here. What you see on the side of the highway is the cowboy hat that a 57-year-old Vance Belter was allegedly caught wearing yesterday on security camera in Minneapolis. You then see that vehicle. That is a black car that was just alongside Highway 25 here that State Patrol is calling a vehicle of interest. Now, State Patrol did confirm Vance Belter was not in that vehicle. No one was in that vehicle when they came upon it. There also was a large police presence on a property just nearby that vehicle. We do not know what that was for. Right now, I want to make it very clear. Police still, to our knowledge, do not know where 57-year-old Vance Belter is. They are still searching for him. They do not know if potentially he is in this area, where that cowboy hat was located, where that vehicle of interest was located. But truly an incredible scene, Raya. That cowboy hat just sitting there on the side of Highway 25. It wasn't in the bushes. It wasn't in the grass. He didn't try to hide it. Just sitting there along the highway, along with a vehicle that State Patrol believes, or they are calling a vehicle of interest in relation to this case. Raya.
Just almost unbelievable, Joe. Thank you so much. I do want to clarify what we know right now about the status of Vance Belter's wife. The Mille Lacs County Sheriff confirms that a car was pulled over in Onamia, and Belter's wife was in that car along with other relatives, but not Vance himself. The sheriff says there were people detained from that car, but it's unclear right now if the wife was among them. Now, this is all coming out as we wait for word on when we'll get an update today from authorities and state leaders.